Than 10 million Americans filed unemployment claims in just the last 2 weeks as this pandemic cripples the U.S. economy. Many of them are now in need, lining up at food banks across the country. CNN's Miguel Marquez has their stories.
Next person in line, come on down.
The lines never longer.
1 second per person.
The need never greater. The coronavirus switching the economy off like a light, putting millions out of work overnight.
Are you stressed? Are you afraid? Are you confused?
Just not sure of when this will end. Just not sure.
Last month, Charles Beaver was a baggage handler at JFK. His last paycheck, come and gone. 5 members in his house helped pay the mortgage. 4 of them lost their jobs.
How long can you hold out?
Right now, all the reserves are done. That's why we're just living on basic, because if we had more reserves, we would have gone to the shop, not be here.
He is one of millions of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. He's waiting for unemployment benefits to kick in. He's never been unemployed. He's never had to stand in line for food assistance.
We are flabbergasted about what's going on.
Melanie Samuels founded the Campaign Against Hunger. In a normal year, they serve some 3 million meals to New Yorkers. In the last week, they've served nearly 250,000 meals. At that rate, 2020 will see the organization serve more than 10 million.
You know what? We all have to roll up our sleeves. We have to do what we can.
The entire country will have to roll up its sleeves. Food insecurity has spiked as the economy plummets. From central Ohio to Louisiana, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles to Broward County, Florida. Massive lines for food as the recently unemployed and those already on the edge scramble to stock up. Food banks nationwide overwhelmed and running short. To bridge that gap, everyone will have to pitch in. Nick's Lobster House in Brooklyn doing its part, keeping most of its staff employed and providing thousands of meals to first responders and hospital workers.
You gotta go day by day, you know. A lot of people are home, not working, not making a paycheck.
Some of those meals prepared at Nick's, now delivered by the Campaign Against Hunger. COVID-19 has overwhelmed charities and changed the way they do everything.
It is complicated because it's very hard to see your neighbor and can't even go close. We have to change our entire system.
For Americans everywhere, head-spinning change, and not since 9/11 has such widespread uncertainty prevailed.
This is a prolonged 9/11, and it's going to take place anywhere from 2, 3, 4 months. And that's a long time to sustain anxiety.
Samuels and her Campaign Against Hunger have fed New York's neediest for 21 years.
We are New Yorkers. We are strong and we can make it, but we have to unite and still keep the social distancing.
Right. Unite but apart.
But unite but apart. I like that.
Look, she still has optimism, but there is a very long way to go. The largest food bank network in the country, the Feed America Food Bank, already says that they will fall short by $1.4 billion this year. And the one thing these organizations need, besides food and money and everything else, are volunteers. A lot of their volunteers have gone away because corporate clients have now told their employees to stay home. Older Americans who worked for them before now no longer go out. So they're really desperate for volunteers as well. Back to